Good morning. So here for our geometry lesson for Wednesday, we are continuing with types of angles. So yesterday we learned that an angle is 3 points that meet at a middle point called a vertex. And now we're going to learn about the different types. And this is very important because you will be reviewing this on Friday as well, and we'll be continuing to use angles often. So take a look here at helpful hints. These are very important when we're doing geometry because you may have to keep looking at your hints as you work. So here, as we talked about yesterday, we have a right angle. A right angle measures 90 degrees. That's what that little square means, which means goes perfectly straight up and then perfectly horizontal. Then we have an acute angle. An acute angle measures less than 90 degrees. So any angle that is less than this right angle here is called an acute angle. An obtuse angle measures more than 90 degrees. So larger. And then a straight angle measures 180, which is just a straight line. And we have all of these different kinds of angles on this figure here, and they're all named by letters. So we're going to take a quick look at our samples and then continue on with a couple more hints and helpful tips to identify our angles in this figure. So here it says to use the figure to answer the following and the two samples here. Name two right angles. Well, we just learned that angles that are right and measure 90 degrees usually have a little square symbol. So the easiest way is to try and find those. So we have so many right angles because if we have a square here measuring that this is a 90-degree angle, that means that all of the opposing sides are also 90 degrees. And we have yet another one here. So actually, we have 8 right angles in this figure. So I'm just going to pick one. Name two right angles. We have one right here, HIM. That is a perfectly right angle. So I would write something like this, angle HIM. And then another angle, let's find one down here. We have angle CBA. I could also call it angle ABC. And you can choose any of these angles that are 90 degrees. Just name them by their 3 letters. Over here it says to name two acute angles. Remember that acute angles measure less than 90 degrees. So I notice one here, and there are plenty. So notice how this angle here measures less than 90 degrees. And I'm going to name it GDB. You could also name it BDG, but this is a small angle less than 90 degrees. So I would write angle BDG, and then let's find another one. Over here we have an acute angle, angle IJG. But remember, there are more, so feel free to use whichever ones are acute. Later, you're going to have to name two obtuse. Remember that those are larger than 90, and the easiest one are those straight angles, which are just lines measuring 180. Down here, it's going to give you examples. It's going to tell you what kind of angle and then the symbols. So I'm not going to tell you the answer, but I will give you a hint. If it says what kind of angle is GBD, so you're going to find angle GBD and then just say what kind of angle is. Is it a right angle, acute, obtuse, or a straight? And that's what you will do with all of the symbols. Sometimes it'll give you points. Remember that vertex means the middle point. The middle point of an angle. So anytime it says vertex, you know that that's what it means. So here we have our vocabulary words page. So by now you should have your vocabulary word definitions written from Monday, and it's the same process this week with your prefix, root, and suffix hints on the top, writing your vocabulary words, making sure that you are using your spelling dictionary and referring to your key to complete your exercises, which include the definitions, and then completing your sentences and multiple choice as usual.